Alright everybody, so this one is going to be a day earlier than usual, but we got the Defenders review. I even got a Defender shirt, check this out. Dope. The Defenders is like the Super Bowl of what's going on, right, in the Netflix universe. You're watching all the ones up to it, and when I got to Defenders, I was so excited to watch all four of them combined. And I'm going to say I wasn't disappointed. I found out later that a lot of people didn't like the Defenders as much. I feel like I understand why, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But to me, I think it's still my favorite out of all the Marvel Netflix stuff. I mean, you got the main four. You got Daredevil, which is a beast. Jessica Jones, which is a beast. Luke Cage is a beast. And Iron Fist is a boss as well. And you just get like all their side characters get mixed up in it too. You got Foggy and Karen from Daredevil. Elektra from Daredevil. Stick from Daredevil. What's his name? Malcolm from Jessica Jones. Trish from Jessica Jones. I don't remember if Hogarth was in it at all or not. I feel like she probably was for a little bit, but I don't really remember. Misty from Luke Cage is in it. She might be the only Luke Cage person to show up. I kind of think she is. Colleen from Iron Fist shows up. She's in it quite a bit. Her and Misty are in it both quite a bit. So it's just cool to see literally all of it come together. So like the new bad guy in this one is the Hand, which they're already villains, you know, in Daredevil season 2 and Iron Fist. But now we get to meet like the Hand is made out of like 5 people who basically didn't respect the rules of Kunlun and wanted to rebel and use their powers to get immortality. And it's led by Sigourney Weaver's character. I can't think of her name. It's like Alexandra, maybe. Yeah, she comes in. Oh, there went my light. She comes in, does a really good job. I had no idea she was even in it. When she first showed up, I was like, that's Sigourney Weaver? And she's dying, but she's died many times. She's already lived like a lot of lives, as the show says. And the Hand is in possession of Elektra, who died in season 2, so they bring her back to life. And their goal is to kidnap Danny Rand because he has the power to unlock something that's buried under New York, which we end up finding is like a dragon. So like, I want more backstory on that. But on the Defender side, what's happening is Matt, he's like doing his own thing because, you know, him and Foggy aren't working together anymore. And Jessica gets in the middle of something bad. Some guy, one of her, you know, PI jobs, and he comes into her house and like commits suicide. She gets arrested, I think, for some reason. And Matt steps in as her lawyer. So that's where those two meet up. Luke Cage gets out of jail and he decides he's gonna do the vigilante thing. And Misty like gives him some like tip about where this one guy could be or something. And somehow Iron Fist finds out the same thing. But Iron Fist beats Luke there. And Iron Fist is like about to hurt this guy pretty bad or something. And then I remember Luke Cage like stops him. And Iron Fist is like, who are you? He's like, who are you? But their first encounter is very awesome. Because Iron Fist lands a blow on Luke Cage. And you see like his cheeks go, and it just like launches him. They have some really cool stuff in this show. Luke Cage and Iron Fist do. Which was expected, knowing that they're like normally like a duo in the comics. The Heroes for Hire. All 4 of them meet up in some building because Matt and Jessica are there downstairs, and Luke and Iron Fist are up top. And Matt hears like a gun click or something from up top, so he decides he's gonna run. He steals Jessica's scarf and puts it on his thing and runs up there. And they kick some butt, and that's where he runs into Elektra. A whole lot of drama. They end up in a restaurant. It's kind of like their lair in this. Oh, one thing I gotta say though, really cool. Before, when they're all having like their own adventures before they meet up, like the color of the show, it's like you can tell whose story you're in because there's like a green shade or a red shade or a purple or a yellow shade, and it's really cool. Also, the theme song, maybe my second favorite, the Defenders theme song, and visually just looks awesome. Stick finds them, and if you watch my Daredevil season 2, you know I don't like Stick. He's just kind of an annoying character to me. and he's basically telling him the whole story of like what the Hand's doing. He gives you the backstory, and they don't really want to be a team, but they're kind of forced to be a team. So there's a whole lot of we just met, we don't even trust each other type bullcrap that they got to get through, and eventually they end up against Danny because they decide that Danny should sit things out since he's who they're after. So Jessica and Matt set out to do some stuff. Luke is in charge of keeping Danny there. And then Stick decides that the best thing to do would just be kill Danny. And he poisons Luke. So then Elektra shows up. She kills Stick. And at this point, I chanted. I was like, yes! Finally! He's dead. So I was happy about that. So Elektra takes Iron Fist down there to where he's supposed to open. And I think it kind of did it. It's like in the big hole thing that they found in Daredevil season 2. So Luke and Jessica and Daredevil, they go down there. It's like in a building, and then Misty and Colleen are also there, and they have to fight the guy from Iron Fist. I can't think of his name. Colleen's mentor. And during that, he slashes Misty's arm off, which, if you know who she is, in the comics she has like a robotic arm. So it's like, set up. I like myself some setup. I just don't like it to take too long though, you know what I'm saying? That's going on upstairs, or that's going above ground, below ground. They're fighting people, a lot of ninjas. Really good action scene. It's pretty cool. Getting to watch all 4 of them work together. They get the this stand up slow motion scene, almost Bad Boy style. So the plan is that they're gonna blow the whole building up, but Matt Murdock finds out that they can't all make it out, and he finally turns Elektra. So him and Elektra decide they're gonna stay down there and pretty much just blow up with the thing because they're in love. So that's pretty much what happens. They go up, and then so then they have to go to the police station where all the side characters are being held. So when Luke walks through, you know, I guess no one really cared that Luke except for Missy. Oh no, Claire, that's who was there to meet. She was there though, wasn't she? So like, I actually don't even remember where Claire was now that I'm thinking about it. But she was there. She's in the show. Pretty much everyone has somebody but Foggy and Karen because Matt doesn't show back up. And that tugged on my heartstrings. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't know that there was a Daredevil season 3 going into this, I probably would have teared up and cried because the Daredevil is awesome. But then we get this pan out of the city. You see like the shadowy figure above, and you're thinking, oof, he survived. But it ends up being Danny, so you're kind of like, oh. In the comics, apparently, Danny took up the role of Daredevil when Matt was on a break or something. So that's like kind of a nod to that, I think. But you find out that some nuns found Matt Murdock's body and he's actually alive. And I think that's how the show ended. Watching it all to come together, super fun. I could see where it could kind of be disappointing though, because it takes like a long time for them to meet up, and also like there's not a whole lot of crazy fight scenes of them like working together because they keep being divided. So I think that's why a lot of people are kind of disappointed with it, or maybe just because it was kind of short, or maybe because the bad guy was the Hand and we've already seen so much of them. I personally loved it, and like I said, once I get done watching all these, I'm probably gonna watch The Defenders again because I liked it a lot. That's my review of The Defenders. 5 out of 5. I mean, it's got its problems, but super fun. Really wish there was a second season. Hopefully the MCU will acknowledge it and give us like a movie or another season or something, because they gotta bring these characters back. I know that like apparently Krysten and Charlie are coming back as Matt and Jessica, but they want to reboot Luke and Iron Fist. So I'm like, what? But I love them right now, so like I already so that's my just bring them all back if you're gonna bring someone back. So that's my Defenders review. You can check out some other Marvel Netflix reviews, and I'll probably try and do another one tomorrow night because I should probably be free tomorrow night. So what was next? Punisher. I'll try and do a one for Punisher tomorrow. If not, it'll probably be next week sometime. So just hit the like button, subscribe, comment what you think about The Defenders, and I'll see y'all next time.